first promotions to join the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948 after its formation, and the first NWA World Heavyweight Championship match was held here in 1948 December when Lou Thez defeated Carlos Rodriguez. By the way, Joe, just so you know, Thez in the 50s during his enormous title reign, 17-0 in his Nashville title defenses.
Jim Cornette, a living encyclopedia of NWA wrestling, but now we get started on a new chapter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from New Laredo City, Mexico, the Laredo Kid.
Laredo Kid calls himself the most complete luchador on earth. He says he's the absolute master of lucha libre style wrestling. He's been doing it for 15 years. I talked to him a little bit before the show started today. He just wants people to be proud of his legacy and add to his legacy tonight.
Well, that's right, and there's no more discerning pro wrestling crowd than the folks here in Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, I talked to people at the meet and greet from Georgia, from Florida, from Illinois. They've come from all over the country. As a matter of fact, from several countries. I talked to people from the United Kingdom and one fine young man from Australia.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Gun Barrel City, Texas, 50 caliber, Barrett Brown.
Barrett Brown, once again, also looking to make his mark, but he is no stranger to the National Wrestling Alliance. He is the last NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion, but he knows just how important the 70th anniversary show. You've got so many eyes, as you mentioned, people coming from all over to be here in Nashville for this event, but also watching online on pay-per-view. He knows all eyes are on the NWA right now.
Well, exactly, and of course, these guys are going to be high flyers. They're not the biggest dogs in the fight, but they got plenty of fight in them. And Nashville, as a city, a great wrestling city, once again, was built on light heavyweights and junior heavyweights back in the 30s and 40s. They always wanted action rather than size and power here in the Music City.
Folks may know Barrett Brown from his time working at Ring of Honor, Evolve, and even Full Impact Pro. A lot of the crowd here coming from the Nashville area has seen him wrestle quite a bit. He's wrestled extensively throughout the state of Tennessee. Might consider this a bit of a home game for Barrett Brown. As the bell rings and we get things going on our second contest on the 70th anniversary show.
Boy, it's going to be a tremendous night later on. The Women's Championship will be defended, as well as, of course, the crowning of the National Heavyweight Champion, and, of course, our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, the rematch. A star-studded night here for the NWA 70th anniversary. And all 70 of those years, the Nashville has been an NWA city.
Laredo Kid showing off his skills as a luchador in the early goings of this matchup.
Of course, we're going to be joined later on by Jeff Jarrett, who, of course, is a third-generation wrestling personality here in Nashville. His grandmother, Christine Jarrett, the one who started me in professional wrestling as a photographer 40 years ago in Louisville. And the Jarrett family, synonymous with Nashville wrestling. His father, Jerry Jarrett, promoted the matches here weekly for 20 years in this arena.
Springboard into the arm drag by Laredo Kid. Beautiful transition there, able to land on his feet. And a big kick to the face.
These guys they're so quick and they're so agile. And with this high-risk offense, here you go, over the top, one miscue can spell disaster. And this could be it.
Springboard moonsault to the outside, completely taking out Barrett Brown. He got an enormous amount of height and distance.
You're not kidding. And he also, he almost overshot his man, which would have been the end of him. This high risk, sometimes there's no water in the pool.
Shoulders down, only a 2 count. Took a little long to get Barrett Brown back into the ring, but Laredo Kid staying on top of him. He's been in the driver's seat for almost this entire matchup as Brown answers back with a punch, but gets a counter kick to the face. Sent over the top rope, and Laredo kick. Oh, with the step-up enziguri. Laredo Kid springboards again. Oh, the guy caught. One too many times, and Barrett Brown saw it. Coming, answers back with a drop kick, but Laredo Kid, look at that. Veteran maneuver, going to the outside, taking a minute to catch his breath.
You can't get beat on the outside. side, but you sure can get. Whoa!
The foundation for cruiserweight and junior heavyweight division wrestlers, for these guys to make their mark in professional wrestling. Looking for vertical suplex, gets it there. Is it enough? Hooks the leg. Laredo Kid out at 1.
Well, Brown now has got to be, he's taunting his man, but he's got to be frustrated. He's taunting his man so that Laredo Kid can't figure out that Brown is getting a little frustrated.
Might be letting his frustration get the better of him as Laredo Kid now punches to the midsection, comes off the ropes, but Barrett, ooh, wow!
Good Lord.
What a transition
there
into
you go.
the DDT! I thought he had him. Laredo Kid was going for the Spanish fly. Barrett Brown felt it midair, was able to transition into an implant DDT.
So basically, he just dropped him on his head, is what you're trying to say,
with
Joe.
a lot of velocity and a lot of power.
But the ring mat was there to break his fall, so there you have it. Gravity is a harsh mistress, especially for two guys like this. But now, wait a minute, a hold. This is a front head chancer at this opportunity. He needs to cut this guy's wind off. He needs to slow this guy down. That's exactly what Barrett Brown needs to do.
Ooh, but Barrett Brown run into a huge forearm by Laredo Kid, answering back with another big boot. Barrett still running in. Didn't learn his lesson the first 2 times. And Laredo Kid, another springboard. Barrett Brown had that one scouted too.
Laredo Kid, quicker than a hiccup, as they say. He's not fast, he's sudden. Thank you, Gordon Soley.
Able to kick Laredo Kid out of midair. Looked like he kicked him in the upper thigh.
Brown's got that sneer. He's very in love with himself. As a matter of fact, earlier I was trying to talk to him. He said, let's not talk about me, let's talk about you. What do you think of me? That's the way Barrett Brown acts.
Big flying head scissors there by Laredo Kid. Goes for the suplex. Go behind by Barrett Brown. Big step up enziguri by Laredo Kid with the drop kick now. Looking for another big maneuver here. Super kick to the face, drops Barrett Brown on the outside.
Looking for the approval of the crowd. If I were you, I'd just look to hit this.
Oh,
and he did.
Gosh.
And he did.
450 off the apron to the outside, came crashing down hard. I don't know, Laredo Kid, he might have damaged himself as much as he did the damage to Barrett Brown.
He hurt himself because there's absolutely no give on the floor. He flattened Brown, but he caved his own ribs in. Let's take another look at that. You'll see what I mean. Watch Laredo Kid's ribs right on top, with no give, right on top of Barrett Brown.
It was definitely a calculated risk, but it could be enough for the big victory here. Only able to get a 2 count.
I don't know, if I was the Laredo Kid, I believe I would try to win this match without ending my career to do it. Brown trying to pull himself. You can see the dazed look on his face. And also, at this point, these guys have been going to such a blistering pace. Watch the stomach. You're going to see if Barrett Brown's blowed up or not. How quick is his stomach moving in and out, in and out. He's sucking wind. And look at that face. He's not sure where he's at.
He's about to get a reminder here by Laredo Kid. Welcome to Nashville. Handprint across the chest.
And that pain of that chop right. Oh, wait a minute.
Barrett Brown showing that he's still got plenty of life in this matchup.
Electric cow backward. Well, that is that. Oh, for God's sake.
Inverted Hurricane Rana, isn't enough? No, Barrett Brown can't believe it.
That is the stupidest move in wrestling, in my opinion. That's the most dangerous for both parties. Everybody's landing on their head. This guy wants to win this match too much. He's focused on winning this match at the expense, both these guys are, at the expense of their future professional wrestling careers.
Look, they know that they've got to give it all here at the NWA 70th anniversary show, and they are showing that with their performance here tonight.
Both can barely stand, leaning on each other. And, of course, the oxygen, which is the athlete's gasoline, is is rapidly dwindling from both guys' tanks.
Seems like they're both running on fumes, but they got to know how to dig down deep, find that last little bit of energy, continue on in this matchup in order to be victorious.
Wait a minute. Brown backing up. Is he going to eye his man? And right into the mush. Right into the mush.
Big forearm to the face, but he's not done. Low drop kick to the side of the head. Might have came down hard on that left shoulder. Barrett Brown always calling for something big.
Brown traps his man in the corner, and he's going for the shots to the side of the head. That close fist. Well, look, Laredo blocks it, shoves him off.
Barrett Brown so light on his feet, almost cat-like. Oh, but he got caught.
Oh. Well, I hope he didn't have plans for later on. He wasn't going to Music Row or anything.
Laredo Kid has a second win. Could this be enough? Oh, my goodness. Cutter off the top rope. Is it enough? Oh, lackadaisical cover, and Laredo Kid has to regret doing that cover.
Referee James Beard thought it was a matter of course, thought it was a foregone conclusion. But Brown, in the nick of time, a 2 9/10 count. Tell you what, these guys, they're laying it on the line to impress this crowd. And as I've mentioned, the folks in Nashville, they know good wrestling when they see it. They're hard to impress, but when you do, you stay over.
Laredo Kid back in the driver's seat of this matchup now. Looking to end things in exquisite fashion. Another big chop to the chest. Kid calling for the end here, but no.
Whoop.
Barrett Brown
slipped out, going behind his man.
Precarious position for both wrestlers now. Laredo Kid fighting with everything he's got, holding on to the top turnbuckle. Huge elbow to the side of the face. Kid's got him right where he wants him. Barrett Brown, he's in the drop zone. Oh, missing with that huge corkscrew splash. Gets a knee right to the face. Could be enough here.
He got him. He got him. What an athletic display.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Barrett Brown.
These two wrestlers gave it their all, but it all came down to timing in the end. Barrett Brown knew his moment. Laredo Kid took too long on that top rope, came down hard. Barrett Brown able to meet him with that shining wizard to the face. Barrett Brown with a huge victory in his career here at the 70th anniversary show.
Well, you can't accuse either one of these guys of playing it